Hello and happy Sunday, Miss Jocelyn. Let's talk about goals. Okay, so I think it was really valuable for you to have this week of no tracking, to be able to just live your life and see how it went. Like that was the whole point of it, right? To see, how did you feel about it? How did it feel for your consistency? How did it feel for your body? How did it feel for your energy levels? And for you to go, like it will be good in the future and felt good in some regards, but in other regards, felt like I kind of just went balls to the wall and enjoyed all the things and then felt a little bit off. Like even like you said, for your weight to feel heavier, because of eating more snacks and all that kind of stuff, and it's just the accountability of going, okay, I know where this is at now. And so what do you think about, like, what I want you to think about is, how did you feel around the food that you were eating? Like obviously you said, you ate the things and then you didn't beat yourself up and then you just carried on, which is the goal. That is the healing and healthy way of living your life, right? Is to be able to go, yeah, I had the little mini cupcake, or I had the whatever, and you just carried on, versus going, oh, see, now I need to do this, or I need to eat that, or like I'm not good because of XYZ, like all those things. So that's fantastic that you were able to make that shift in your brain. Now for new goals, I want you to just fill me in on what you want this to look like, because I have ideas of what this could look like. Like we could do full macro goals if you want to change up, like keep your calories consistent, keep your protein consistent, and then keep your carbs and fat consistent. But that's up to you if you want to do it that way. You fill me in on what you think about that, and we can go from there. So let me know what you think about that, and we'll change that up. But like that's more strict, intensive on where things are at. It gives you lots of good like guidance. I think to do that for about 2 weeks is a really great way to like see, okay, where are my carbs at from where I want them to be, and all that kind of stuff, versus going, I'm eating the protein. And so the biggest factor that I want you to really think about is what makes you feel good. And so we can do the full macro tracking. We can do it that way if you'd like. So you have like those specific goals. If you are like, I want to kick in the ass and that's what I want to do. Or if you want to go, I'm going to remove this certain food group and see how my body feels for the next 2 weeks or 3 weeks with that food group gone. And then we can change up what that removal or adding back in looks like. One is a lot more restrictive in the sense of, this is the amount of carbohydrates you're going to have in a day. You're only going to have, this is a random number, but you're only going to have 130 grams of carbs. So how are you going to allot that in your day? Or going, I'm going to remove things that are inflammatory that might be causing issues for my nervous system or my recovery or whatever. And we're going to remove dairy for the next 3 weeks and see how that feels in your body. And then if it feels good, maybe we try adding it in a couple days and see how your body responds to it, and try different things of adding it back in. Or, we're going to remove gluten, or we're going to remove grains, or we're going to remove inflammatory oils, or we're going to remove sugar, or whatever it might be for you, right? So I want you to really think about, which way do you want to go with this, because we can do either way. I'm happy to help you in either one. I find the macro tracking really nice to be able to see where things are at, and check in and go, oh shit, I didn't realize how much carbs I was getting in from that food, or how much carbs I was getting in a day, and that's why my energy feels off, or I feel irritated, or whatever, or I feel fluffier the next day. But also doing the pull things out and add them back in, see how your body responds to them. That's going to give you a lot of like education on how your body feels with or without the food group. And then you can really start to make intentional decisions and habits around that. Like, I'll use myself as an example. Like, that I don't eat a lot of certain food groups because it really bothers my stomach. I'm slowly adding in oats on occasion, organic, gluten-free, all the things, to see how my body responds. And like, I went 6 months straight without having it at all. And now like I had some today and I can feel my stomach feels a little bit off, but that's going from literally 0 to a cup. And so how does my body respond to that much versus a quarter of a cup, right? Like, and so that's where the learning comes in, is what are the limits? What feels good? What doesn't feel good? And how can I be mindful of being able to consume certain foods and not other foods, and like all those types of things, right? So that I find to be more sustainable, and it sets your own boundaries for yourself rather than being like, nope, I can't have it because that's over my carb limit, versus what is the carb that actually serves me in that. So you let me know what you think about that, what your thoughts are. If you want, we can sit down and have more of an in-depth conversation, or we can like hop on a phone call, or do voice memos, whatever works better for you. And so we can make some game plans from there. But I think that either one of those options is going to be useful. It just depends on which route you want to take. That's up to you. So let me know what you think about that, and we will come back to more game plans coming up this week. I will make sure that your steps are in, your walking is still up there, your greens, all that kind of stuff, all those habits are still in there. Let me know if you want me to add in more yoga, or if you want me to add in specifically like days of walking, or if the 5,000 steps is working for you. If you want, we can boost those steps up. I mean, this last week you said that you struggled to get the steps in, so I think this week let's hit 5,000, and then if you want to next week, we can boost the steps up a little bit more. That's your call. You let me know what you think about that. But I will keep the habits consistent from this week till next, and then we can change up your nutrition goal a little bit from there. Okay? All my love. Talk to you soon.